What's up, witches? It's the Undercover Witch, and today we are doing a reading for Sagittarius. So if your sun sign is in Sagittarius, this reading is for you. I am going to be pulling for the month of April. So we're going to do the 4 weeks of April. And this is just going to be a general overall reading for the month. If you're interested in things like love or money or anything else, your moon sign or your rising sign, you can check out last month's videos. They run into April, so you'll get some answers there. Okay, I think we have enough to start. The first, and a lot of money things going on. We have the Princess of Discs, the Three of Wands, the Moon reversed, the King of Discs, right under the Princess of Discs, the Prince of Cups, the Four of Swords. So let's stop here for a second and let's talk about this, Sag. So our Princess of Discs, I feel like this is somebody that's waiting for you. This is somebody that's pretty much been there. They're like, okay, and they're getting ready to move. I honestly feel like they're getting ready to move away from you. So maybe you're really, really focused on something distant, like way in the future. You have this like ideal life that you want and you're daydreaming about it, but you don't really have a path to get there, or you're not making a path or walking down a path or seeing what your options are. You're just like really aloof. And I feel like this person feels that, and they're waiting for you to get up and be this King of Discs. And I also get the feeling that this other person next week, so this week, that's kind of where you're at. You have somebody waiting for you. You're really not paying attention to them. And then the next week, it's kind of like you're just proving the point that you're not going to move. You're not going to change. But we have somebody else coming in and kind of disrupting this other person. So both of you are in these different meditative states. You're in this meditative state of movement. You just want things to change. You just want things to keep moving. Where this other person, maybe your partner or your friend or, you know, whoever they are, they're in this state of rest. They're in the state of like peace, kind of. They just don't want anything to be unsettled or moved. And you're moving all around. So two different things going on. We have the Emperor, the Empress, and the Eight of Cups. So I think whoever this person is coming in is like the opposite of you. So whereas you come off very controlling to this other person, there's somebody who's coming in who is more like emotionally mature. This is a very hard reading. Sorry. But I think that you both have the option to walk away. And I don't think that you're like, let me be very clear on this. I don't think that you're a bad person or anything. I think that you aren't happy with where you are and you're not really considering this other person, because for you to think about where you want to be, you're kind of using them in a way, but you're not really thinking about them. You're just not considering them at all because you're so unhappy, I think. But you are very controlling because you want your life to go a certain way, and when it doesn't, I think you need somebody to take it out on. And it might be because you feel like you're stuck with this person. So maybe it is that you want to leave. This is somebody you don't want to be with. You don't see this person as like all that is, and you want to go towards somebody who has like the qualities of a person that you want to be with, or maybe the type of relationship that you want to be in. But whatever it is, you're wanting to walk away from this situation. You just feel stuck. Like you're like, I can't be the one. This really does feel like a love relationship. Like you're just like, I can't be the one to break up with you, is pretty much what I'm getting. You want more freedom. You want more movement. And this person wants stillness and stability. We have the Ace of Discs, the Eight of Wands, the Three of Discs, the Four of Pentacles, Strength reverse, Three of Cups, Queen of Wands, Judgment, Death, and the Sun. So that is the third week. So the first week we have kind of a stillness between both of you, you really focusing outward, them trying to get your attention. The second week, we have that, you know, you're pretty much the opposite of what they're wanting. They want somebody stable, somebody emotionally available. And because you're not, they're closing themselves off into this space where they don't want anything affecting them. But somebody is coming in to disrupt that for them. And they're comparing you, your person that you're in a relationship with or friendship with or whatever, they're comparing you to this other person. They're like, well, you're very controlling. And that's kind of where they're stopping. They're not even looking at the other person yet. Right now, they're just realizing, I don't know if I want this relationship. And you are also doing the same thing. Like, you're not even comparing either because you're looking out at what you want, not looking at the person you're with. And they're kind of the opposite. They're just realizing how much they don't want to be with you, and they're looking at the person they want, which is opposite. For some of you, this might be a friendship. This might be, you know, you're spending too much time with one person. You feel like somebody's taking up too much of your time. If you have a friend that's really, really controlling, it's like they need to be by you 24/7 and you just want some alone time. I'm also getting those vibes as well. We have the Ace of Discs at the beginning of the reading. I told you that I did feel some kind of monetary thing coming in as well. So if you have a job, Sagittarius, I think that something new is coming in, something you've been waiting for. Yes. Manifestation-wise, let's go down the three, right? The first one, you're manifesting more people to mingle with. You're manifesting more people to maybe have relationship with. Someone, I feel like it's a group of people. It's not just one person. So you might be polyamorous or whatever, but you're pulling in multiple people because you feel like that'll be stable for you, safe for you, and better able to support you. For some of you, it might be friends. So you might be like, I need some input from other people. Don't want to hang out with this one person. They're really draining me. They're an energy vampire. I want to hang out with other people. You have that friend group coming in. You're going to be able to do that. The Four of Pentacles. Reverse. So money-wise, job-wise, this opportunity that's coming in for you, it is going to be prosperous. It's going to be a step up. It's not the full, end goal, but it's the next step, and it's a good part of the journey. Like, you're going to be, the Wheel of Fortune is basically moving around. It's going to be in your favor. This Four of Discs, for those of you that are in this relationship where there's like two things going on, the universe sees what you're doing. They see that you're trying to live out this other life. So if you're talking to people online when you're in a relationship, or maybe you're going out and meeting people, maybe you're just not very committed to the relationship you're in and you're looking outward, the universe sees that. And because they see that, they're going to try to mess up your relationship because they want you to have what you want. And I know this is weird, but just because you have somebody there for stability, maybe it's because you don't want to worry about finding a new place to live, or maybe you don't want to support yourself, you want help supporting you like the two incomes, whatever it is. Maybe you just don't feel confident in the other relationships. Whatever it is, the universe is seeing you build this little house, and they're like, if this is what you want, it's going to be what you get. Just a fair warning. For you who has friends and you're going out and you're meeting with other friends and stuff, you're trying to create a stable and quiet, secluded area for you to be safe. The universe is seeing that as well, and they're offering protection around you from whoever this energy vampire, this person who is kind of draining you out and taking up all your time. They see you and they're trying to help you make that separation because you went out first and decided, you know what, I'm going to take some time for myself. I'm going to go see my other friends, go hang out with them instead of just this one person. Next, we have the Strength card and then the Three of Cups. For all of you, there's going to be a show of strength, I want to say. Either you're going to be put through a period of time where you need to have strength and you need to be able to get out and mingle with other people. I really do think this is for the first interpretation of this reading with a relationship. You need to go out, you need to be strong, you need to mingle, you need to be able to admit how you feel and go take actions towards that life. For those of you that are with friends and you're trying to figure things out, I think what's going to happen is this person who's been draining your energy and clinging on to you is going to find a relationship and kind of split off, and you're going to be left with your friends. You're going to be good. Now, that was all one thing. This is going to be the last week of April coming up. So we have the Queen of Wands, Death, the Sun, and then Judgment. So this is a period of your life that is ending. How you handle this ending, Sagittarius, is what's going to affect your life moving forward. First scenario, for you that are in a relationship and you're trying to go outside of that relationship to other people. If you handle it with, quote, integrity, and you talk to your partner and be like, look, this is how I'm feeling, or this is what I need to continue this relationship, or whatever, if you talk to them, that's going to end up different than you not saying anything and then sticking around unhappy with no changes. So you need to decide what kind of thing you're going into. You need to decide if this is something that this person is going to find out on their own and they're going to be upset with you, or if you're going to tell them. Like, you need to own up and have some level of control in what's going to happen, because it's going to be better for you. Now, the way that I'm reading this currently is that one way or another, this person that you're with is going to find out you're talking to these other people. They're going to feel very betrayed and very hurt. Everything's going to be coming out, and Judgment falls, which we'll look more into what that means with our oracle cards. If you are with the friendship, I really think this is more about you gaining your power. I feel like this is some kind of test or judgment, but I think you'll be moving forward. And I think whoever this is that has been clinging onto you is going to realize, like, okay, I was a bit overbearing. Job-wise, I feel like you're good. I feel like what you needed to know was you either are getting some kind of promotion or you're going to be recognized. And you're going to get a new job. It's going to move you up a little bit. Going back to the relationship thing, I also feel like both you and this other person have been getting messages and signs about how the other person feels and what the other person's doing. So maybe we had that Prince of Cups earlier coming towards them. So maybe they're also talking to other people or whatever. Like, maybe it's a two-side thing. Like, y'all both don't want to admit that y'all don't want to be with each other, but also, you know, y'all being shady, kind of. So I think that they are getting messages and signs, and maybe even people are telling them this is going on, and they're just like, I'm not listening. And you are also getting signs and messages on the direction that you need to go, and maybe about this other person, how they feel. And I feel like all of those messages are going to be let out. It's going to be released. Everything's going to be out in the open. Okay. Sagittarius. Let's do our oracle real quick. And then we're going to do 3 yes or no questions. I kind of stole that idea from Middle Tarot. So thank you. I just like the idea of it, of doing that. Just so that you can confirm anything from the reading that you need to. I think that that's very important to be able to do. So, protection. So, you need to shield yourself up, figure out the direction that you need to go, figure out what your knowledge is telling you, your higher self is telling you. You need to do what is good for you. You shouldn't be worrying about anybody else's feelings or how they're going to react. You just got to do the things that you have to do and kind of ignite that in yourself. Ignite, like, I am myself and I just have to power through this. You need to be true to yourself and stop wearing a mask, stop pretending, stop lying, you know, be yourself. For those of you who are dealing with that friendship, with that energy vampire, you need to figure out how to create some boundaries, because that ties you down, and that messes with your freedom. For all of you, community is going to be very important coming up. So you're going to be with a lot of different people. I mean, whether it's new work friends, whether it's a new group of friends, whether it's new relationship and partners, there's going to be a big part where community is going to be a big play in everything. So really get out there. You know, you're going to have a big group of people to lean on and to understand you. For those of you who are running into a new job, you're going to have abundance. Some of you are going to have an abundance with people, an abundance with friends, that sort of thing. Allow your intuition to guide you. And then also remember to just, again, be yourself and allow yourself to flow with the energy of the universe. If you're feeling a certain way, it's for a reason. There's a certain way you're supposed to go. 3 yes or no questions. First question, 1. Think of your question. I'm going to count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Answer is no. Why? Because you're very tied up at the moment. That is why. You're being held back, and that is why. So if this is about change, is like, is this me? Do I have to change? Do I have to make this change? Yes. I'm sorry. Yes. Yes, it is you. It is you. The reason why you can't avoid it, though, is because you're stuck. Yes or no? Yes. I didn't give you time to answer that. So if you asked a question before I did that, I'm going to do that again. 1, 2, 3. No. 10 of Cups. So there's some kind of happiness, some kind of conclusion coming here. I also feel like saying that some relationships are meant to last a lifetime, and some of them are only meant to last for a little while, and you can appreciate that for how long it's lasted. 1, 2, 3. Last question. Yes. And we have the 9 of Discs. So again, abundance. You're going to be on top of it. You're going to have enough for you and enough for the people around you as well, if need be. So Sagittarius, I hope you really, really enjoyed this reading. Again, no judgment here. Like, I don't judge. Things happen. Shit goes down. That's why we're here. I hope you have a great weekend.